Hey guys, this is Red Silvers, and welcome back to Let's Play The Guardian Legend. I went ahead and came to the Corridor 19 room off screen, but we don't have very much of this area left to explore. Ow, that big hit from the bouncy ball, so let's get it back. More damage than I wanted to take right from the start. We're actually going to want our saber weapon for this episode to start things out. Oh good, full heal. We'll take that. We will follow that arrow, but first we're going to come up here. And here's another one of these meteor rooms. But right next to it we get a mini-boss. And it's a green updated version of this guy. So, same strategy. Fire, use your saber, try and get those little slimes when he breaks apart. Because they are the faster ones that we saw in this area. And so if you don't get them right when they spawn, they can go a little nuts. And he will just keep spawning even with them still on the screen. So you can get overwhelmed if you're not quick on this. But he's not too bad. Take a lot for him to actually kill us. And just like that, he's down. He's even going to top us off. And our reward is a blue lantern. It's going to give us our 21st unit of health. And then right here is something very special. We are now topped off on enemy erasers. So we are pretty loaded for bear. Which is good because we are getting ready to head into Corridor 9, which is the penultimate required corridor. And again, the lock here is really simple. Stand on the grate. So that's not too bad. Now they are going to throw in a few hazards here. You're actually going to get to see the grenade weapon get a little bit of use later on. And I'll show you why. But yeah, we're still in the skull zone. And these diamonds do take a bit of damage. The new enemy here are these mouth face sandworm things that jump up out of the sand. And the giant statues that spit skulls. And I even got just some enemy erasers that I don't actually need, but we'll use some anyway. Just for farming's sake. Now, here come the ice cube guys that I keep having problems with. And the grenade actually does pretty good with them. So that's a good way to deal with them that I figured out while I was testing this corridor out. Some topped off. We're taking a lot of damage here. Okay, here's some enemies that I want to use the enemy eraser on because they split apart and do a lot of damage. So it's a good chance to use our maxed out enemy erasers and refill. And they do kind of mix it up, and so it's good that we maxed those out. That's why I kind of didn't want to squander them early on, so that you could have them for things like that. We're going to get our laser ready. Because you actually get enemies on the screen while you're doing the boss siren here. And here is our boss. His name is Igor. And to show you how easy this guy is, I'm going to start using my laser, and I'm just going to sit here. I'm just holding down the A and the B button. I'm not even touching the arrows. I've literally just got my thumb on two buttons right now. My left hand is totally doing whatever. And I'm just going to sit here and fire this laser. Because you'd think this guy would be really tricky and wail on you like the Grimgrin. But we can just tank everything that he's got. So it's just kind of a battle of attrition there. And down goes Igor. And for defeating him, we get the final key in the game. It's going to grant us access to Area 10. The only spot we haven't been, if you looked at our map, you could probably guess where it's at. And we also get the most expensive weapon in the game. Our level 3 Seeker. And it uses 120 chips per shot, so it is far more expensive than anything we have. And again, we've got our chips maxed out. This is the most chips that we're going to get in this game. Well, let's find a good screen to test that on, though. And they just sit here and wail on stuff. But look at my chips going down. It's relentless, it's great, but it's just too expensive to be very practical. It's a very good oh crap weapon, but beyond that... Anyways, you saw on the map screen, the final area is located in the very north section of the labyrinth here. So we'll work our way over there. And we're coming up to the final stretch now. Question mark. And you know what? I am totally okay with Igor being really easy to deal with, because we did not need a more souped up version of the Grim Grin or another Optimon. We dealt with Optimon enough. So we're kind of dinky on health here, so I'm going to make a pit stop. By the way, you might see sometimes where I'll walk into walls, and the hit detection in this game is kind of wonky like that. And I guess it's a fail-safe so that you don't get stuck. So, if you've ever been wondering, if you've ever seen me do that, I've never really gone out of my way to point it out, because I'm not very good at doing it, but you can do things like get out of mini-boss fights on the overworld, and things like that. As opposed to most games where you just could put yourself in a trap situation. This isn't where I want to go. I'm looking for the chip room, which is going to be over here. Here we go. Just because it's there and I can take it. Maybe not the most efficient way to refill on health, but I'm going for it. So, I think there's only really one big upgrade left to get. I'm sure there's going to be more extraneous things and possibly a blue lander in the final area. Off the top of my head, I don't know. I know that our defense is maxed out, but our attack power is not. So let's see. Is there a save room right at the start here? There is. So we'll go ahead and save, and next time we will head into Area 10 and probably do Corridor 20. But first, as always, it's terrible password. In fact, you know what? Just for my own curiosity, there's a corridor right here. Oh god, why did I come in there? Yep, that's Corridor 20. Okay. So maybe we'll do that without exploring. But just to give you an idea, you saw I went in there and our red grumpy face is a regular enemy. And ow, the health. So, set our weapon to no use and get our password. But is Area 10 going to be the worst of the bunch? Oh, I didn't want... That was the wrong button. Yeah, that's something I forgot to point out. When you first get your password, you can write down what your password is, and it will let you re-enter it to make sure you've got it correct. And it will tell you if you've got the wrong one. But why you would go through all that hassle, I don't know. So, until next time, this has been Red Silvers. Have yourself a good night.